We're racing at the COTA Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas, and we have a finale showdown here for the Tier 2 Championship. We have 4 drivers all mathematically still in the hunt here for the Tier 2 Season 4 Championship. We have Six Mag, who is been the championship leader for most of the season. He is in P1. We have Sadistic King in P2, Crew Steamers in P3, and Liverpool Fan in P4, and all within the, I think it's 41 points separating the top 4, with 46 points to play for. So realistically, Liverpool Fan will need to get pole, fastest lap, and win the race to be mathematically, you know, in a good shot to win, and obviously needs other things to go on around that. And obviously then Sadistic being in P2 has probably the most opportunistic chance to kind of dethrone Six Mag for the championship. So it's going to be really, really interesting. Cars are going out on track. Jack DNF has gone out straight away, and yeah, we'll go on board there. If anyone can let us know the weather for the race, that would be fantastic, just so we have an idea what's going on. I'm joined by with Mason here. Can you hear me? Yeah. So what's your opinions going into this championship decider here?
I don't know.
Okay.
I kind of want Liverpool Fan to win, but I don't want to play favourites.
Right, but just in terms of how it's going to go, what do you think?
I think six Mag will probably secure the title.
More than likely now. He does have the mathematical advantage, so we'll just go through the table here. So we have Six Mag is on 274 points. Sadistic King then's on 257. Crew Steamers is on 248, and then Liverpool Fan is on 233. So yeah, he's 41 points behind. Then Crew is 26 points behind, and Sadistic King then is 17ish points behind, 18 points behind. So 17 points behind. So yeah, that's what it is at the moment. And yeah, it's on board with Jack. Jack's on a lap now. Just riding through. Yes, he already has invalidated that lap time. Has anyone else started a lap? Yes. No. Few on their out laps. We'll jump on board with the first car to cross the line to start, and there we go. It's Simster. So the Renault is making the run uphill to turn 1. Car coming out of the pit, so hopefully they stay out of the way, and which they do. And yeah, so Simster's one of our he joined mid of season, but he's actually had a really good few races. I think he showed a lot of pace in Singapore. He's invalidated through the S's. That's something that we need to watch out for. It's very, very easy to turn in a bit early and misjudge it. Lemony Tang is the next driver to start a lap time. So let's see if we can stay on board with a driver and finish a lap, an official lap here. So Lemony coming out of turn 1. He's making a run now down to the S section. Here we go. Turns in okay there. Yeah, he's made it through. Happy days.
I'll tell you, USA and Tier 3 was really hard.
Yeah, it was a difficult track, definitely.
But it was my best result, surprisingly.
Where did you finish there?
P5.
P5. Oh, good man. So far so good for Lemony. Lemody's had actually a really good kind of performances over the last 2 or 3 races. Just unfortunate not to get the points out of those results. So yeah.
Vintage behind is invalidated.
So Sadistic will be able to finish the race. He just texted there, so all good. Hopefully he doesn't watch the stream. Your boss doesn't watch the stream, and but yeah, fantastic. So we'll have a showdown, a 4-way showdown, fatal 4-way as we'd be calling this in WWE. So let's see how it goes.
Kind of.
I used to be, not as much as I used to be, but I'd keep an eye on things. AEW as well. It's decent. But anyways, yeah. So let me thank first driver across the line with a 32.3. And then there's a McLaren, I think is ALR Vintage next. He has invalidated his time. Alpha Stones has not invalidated. We'll keep him board with the Mercedes driver here. It's coming into the tight twisty section here. Very easy to lose the rear, get out on the power too early.
Shahid's asking you who you like in WWE.
At the moment, I don't know. Bray Wyatt maybe, but he hasn't really been on it lately.
No.
Spec drive at 131.7. Oh, Alpha Stone's rear end didn't like that, but he crossed the line and he's 141.2. That wasn't a great time. Who is next? I think Owen is not too far away. We'll jump on board with Owen. So he's a 108.8 through the first two sectors. He's invalidated his time as well. So we're seeing a lot of drivers invalidate their times. And I think Q1 maybe is just the most important thing, is just get a time on the board and, you know, maybe take a couple of tenths off your outright pace in sector 1 just to get through there and make sure that you can set a time. You don't want to waste a set of tyres too early by not having enough fuel in your, not enough fuel there to set maybe 2 laps, and just in case you validate the first one. And you can obviously, if you set your first lap time, if you want it, with your banker in place there, you can go and then push it a little bit more then on your second run, just because you have that little buffer there with your first lap time. So yeah, ALR Vintage coming into the last corner now. Let's see what he does. He's on the power. Happy days. Oh, he nearly went off the track. That would have been validated. 35.2. So Kevo's joined. So we have our 16 drivers. Just double checking here now who is next. There's drivers crossing the line. AlphaTauri.
She's saying it's coming home.
Who said?
She says it's coming home. I think it's referring to England.
It must be. Yeah, so Crew is on a lap. We're representing the Hull Tigers there with his orange and black. He's gone through the S's. He managed to navigate them well, and he's purple through sector 1. He stays. That's another track there, just the top of that hill. It's very easy to invalidate there as well. So happy days. Onto the straight. Taking in toward there just to make sure he has enough traction and doesn't lose the rear end coming out there. So how are we getting on here? So still no 6 mag is a 32.4, so he's the only other driver that has actually completed a lap with a time at the moment. There's 8 minutes gone in this session and only 6 drivers with a lap time currently on the board. Let's see how this goes. It's going through the multiple apex.
I like how it's a stream about F1 and everyone in comments talking about football.
Yeah. We crosses the line, 32.0. So it actually, I think Lemony's actually improved this time as well. Oh, there's Killer J with a 31.7 in the Haas there, just directly behind there. There's a McLaren next to the end. I think that might be ALR Vintage, but he's entering the pits, is he? Yeah, he is. There's a Renault next, and that is Simster. He's crossing the line, puts in P5, 32.1. So there's a couple of drivers there winning a couple of tenths there from Lemony down to Simster, what, 1/10 of a second separating those three. A couple of drivers very close to each other. Is that a... Yes, PLR owned, but PLR owned has invalidated. He must be returning back to the pits. And then that Renault 6 mag as well. So the majority of people are coming back to the pits. We'll jump on board with one of the drivers on a lap. TKD finished P2 last week, and I think he was on pole as well. So he's had actually really good performances over the last few races too. I think he was in pole in Hungary as well. Vintage is retired. I think he retired in the pits. Oh, he invalidated. TKD invalidated there. Putting up in the corner there. Kevo has invalidated his lap too. We'll jump on board with Bruce here. He's going through the yeses now, so that looks nice and tidy there. 24-7, so he's now gone purple. Everything looks so far so good. So this is actually very reminiscent of the Abu Dhabi 2010 showdown, where Fernando Alonso and Mark Webber were kind of the two drivers. There was 4 drivers that could win the championship. You had Hamilton, that was, kind of unlikely, like the way Liverpool fan is now. He needs an awful lot of things to go his way. He needs to get full points, and he needs other drivers then to have DNFs and things like that. But obviously Vettel was the driver. He came in 3rd place in the championship, and Ferrari, were preoccupied with Webber, so they kind of covered Webber off in the strategy, and Vettel then was able to win the race. And Vitaly Petrov then had probably one of the best defensive drives ever, keeping Fernando Alonso behind for a good 40-50 laps, and then obviously helped Sebastian Vettel win the championship. Liverpool fan 31-3 P1. Clement is on a lap. He's invalidated too. Kevo's on a lap, and he hasn't invalidated. TKD has invalidated. So yeah, we can stick on board with Kevo. He's closest to the end of the lap, I think. Yeah, Clement's a bit further behind. That is a good lap time by Liverpool fan, just looking at that. Low 31s here now. I was expecting a pole lap to be in the 30s. So that'd be Q3 obviously. Q1, yeah, with the kind of the track evolution over the 3 sessions, that is a good starting point, 31.3. So we'll probably be looking at a low 30 when it matters in Q3. So keep an eye on that. Kevo was shown there to be fastest in sector 2, so this is a good lap time. Just going through the last sector now. Last corner here on the power, nice and early. Put some P6 at 30.0. Look at that there. Lemony Tang at 30.016, Crew at 32.016. Liverpool fan went faster again on the second lap. That was that Alpha Stuns then. Alpha Stuns popped himself up into P2 there. So TKD is in a bit. He's on an extra lap here now. Let's get the tyres up. Coming out last corner, TKD puts himself P5, 31.755. So it's shown, drivers have shown that it is easy enough to set a faster lap time on your second lap compared to your first lap. So that's interesting to see. Liverpool fan improved it on his second lap. Alpha Stuns also had 2 time laps on those tyres as well. We can see Lemley has put 3 laps on his tyres. So yeah, it just goes to show that if you have enough fuel in the tank there, you can. It doesn't all have to be done on the first lap. You can improve on your second or third lap. Now maybe you don't want to be doing that in Q2 when those tyres are important, to obviously keep the mileage down on them to make sure your strategies are optimal. But yeah, in Q1, Q3, it's good to know that you can actually go faster on your second time lap. So who will we jump on board? Sadistic put himself into P3 there at 131.5 as well. Is he going again, or I think he looks quite slow there. I don't think he's pushing it there. Who is on a lap? I think Owen is going again. He's already put 3 time laps onto these tyres. So and he's only 700s down through a sector 1 split. So let's see how this goes. I will have to say that the championship leader at the moment, 6 Mag, is in a bit of trouble. He just improved there, as I said that, to P7, 31.9. Still not too, I suppose, Jack DNF and Clement need to get a lap on the board. But still looking close, I have to say. Owen's coming in. Monster's in the pit too. 6 Mag with Killer J. Killer J is a 10th down through sector 1. Yeah, and he's also invalidated, so I think pretty much everybody is half a stuns on the lap. He's 2 tenths down. We can stay on board. I think there's not many actually setting times at the moment. There's quite a lot of drivers in the pits, and I suppose they're all going to be coming out. Well, not all of them, but the guys that don't feel safe will probably be coming out in the next probably 30 seconds or so.
Axel Buffon was quick.
He does, yeah. It's a very good time at the moment. So, but that's what he needs to do. I suppose the pressure's not really on him. He has nothing to lose really. Obviously, the pressure's on 6 Mag, obviously, because he's leading the championship. And the other guys, I suppose, have, you know, probably not as much pressure as 6 Mag, but they definitely, I'm sure there's definitely nerves in those cockpits tonight. So, yeah, Liverpool fan just needs to come out here. He needs to get pole position. It's Clement there up to P4. It's a good time, 31.6. So there's not many coming out. Just interesting enough there. Monster and Liverpool fan are still in the pits. Jackson an outlap. I know only one driver is going to get knocked out, but still, you know, there's still a few drivers there that I wouldn't class as safe. And obviously, Crew is going out on another lap too. We'll jump on board here. Kevo's on the lap. Kevo's actually a second up, so Kevo's on for a low 31. If that sector time was accurate, that's actually putting him up very close to Liverpool fans' time. So we'll stick with him for the rest of the lap. Sorry?
It's a purple set 2.
He did, yeah. But he was a second up on his own personal best. So that would put him at a low 31. Nearly matched it there.
By just under 4 tenths.
400s, yeah. So let me have a look. Who else? Crew is started his lap. Is there anybody else? Clement is on a lap, but I think he's coming back into the pits. I think his airs was off when I last on board. And then Jack DNF as well. How's Jack doing? Jack is a bit further into the lap. 24/7. That was in and around the top guys through sector 1. 24/7 was a very respectable sector 1 time. So Jack could put Monster out at the moment. Well, ALR Vintage would be the one at the moment. I suppose ALR Vintage can't improve, so I suppose everyone's pretty much safe. If Jack needs to set the lap time and not invalidate.
He needs to go quicker than 1:35.2 and he's safe.
Yeah.
I don't think he's.
Oh, he's locking up there. Yeah.
I think he's quick enough to get in.
I think he is, yeah, definitely.
If not, I could do it.
Here we go. Jack crossed the line. 32.2. So yeah. Crew is 8 tenths up. So that would put him in around the 31.2. He'd be up thereabouts for Kevo and Liverpool fan if he's going to complete this time. He doesn't need it. He is safe. But here he is out of the last. Oh, he's actually invalidated. So it was a 31.052. So it was faster than the P1 time. But obviously being invalidated, there's the time doesn't obviously improve. So, but it does show he is thereabouts with Liverpool fan.
Just completed his lap.
Kevo went again, did he? He's 20. Yeah, he's coming in. He was 23 seconds down there. So.
I mean, he could have completed the lap and it would have been over quicker.
Yeah, sure. It's all good. So there we have it. So ALR Vintage is knocked out. We have Monster, the PLR on, Jack DNF, Simster Crazy, PLR Crew Masters and P11, and then the top 10: Lemony Tang, 6 Mag, Killer J, TKD Man, Spectro in P6, Clement Pheasant in P5, Sadistic King, P4, Alpha Stuns P3, Kevo P2, Liverpool Fan P1. I have to say, I'm really impressed with Kevo there, P2, back in Tier 2 and showing what he can do there. It's a really good lap time by himself. Has anyone mentioned the weather for the race? I'll double check the comments there. Well, we have a break in action on track. Here we have it. There we go. The top 11 drivers, well, top 12 drivers separated by a second. Top 15 separated by just over 1.2 seconds as well. So just goes to show, as it has been all season, how close it is in Tier 2. Just seeing Itchy's comment there. Who's your favourite in WWE? And he says anyone German. Very good, Itch. Yeah, have a look here. Talk to Shane about Lewis Hamilton. Keep those comments coming in, lads. It's great to see the banter in the stream chat there. So if anyone could just let us know the weather forecast for the race, that'd be fantastic. The drivers are going straight out. We'll have a look at what tyres they're all on.
It's going to be annoying on Grafter.
A lot of drivers on medium tyres here. What's that?
Should I retire in the pits in the race or straight away?
Straight away. Oh, actually, yeah. Just pit on the first lap there. Yeah. So, Killer J, medium tyre. TKD is still in the pits, but has selected a medium tyre. PLR own, medium tyre. Simster Crazy, medium tyre. Kevo, medium tyre. Jack is on an outlap on softs. Yeah, who else is on now? Alpha Stone's on an outlap on mediums, and Clement is on an outlap on soft. So majority are on the medium tyre, and let's see if they can get through. That's the most important thing. So we're all on the outlap at the moment. He will be the first driver to cross the line. It will actually be PLR on, so we'll stay on board himself. Here he is, starting his lap now, making the run up to turn 1. Give 1 second, lads. Sorry about that. So Owen here, making a run down the back straight, DRS open. So he's a 102.2 through the first 2 sectors. That seems pretty good so far. Into the second last corner now, PLR on. Coming around the last one. Still has a bit of airs left. That actually is quite important. 33.0 on the medium tyre. Yeah, it's a good start. We'll see how it goes from there. Then with 31.6 there on softs. So Killer J and Owen pretty close there on the medium tyre. Jack is it? Jack's just starting a lap there. Seems like I'm straight into the pits after. Oh, I suppose he invalidated. He probably didn't have enough fuel to finish his lap. Six mags invalidated. TKD's just coming at the end sector 2 now. 108.1. Going into the second last corner as well now. TK. Yeah. Looks like he's backed off. He has. Going again. Who is next? Williams next crossing the line, is it? It's on board with Lemony. Coming out second last, or the last corner now. He goes second with a 31.8. He's on the soft tyre, so he wants to keep those mediums for the race. We have 6 mag invalidated. Jack is just come round out. That was triple right-handers. Sector 3 stays within the track limits there. There's a yellow flag. Someone has lost it in the yeses there. We'll jump on board with that momentarily. Jack DNF at 132.5. I have to say that lap time there, Alpha Stones on the medium tyre is really impressive there. 132.3.
TKDM's one who lost it.
TKD, yeah, I thought it was a Williams, yeah. He's off the track still. Yeah, just letting the traffic pass. Monster's invalidated. Sadistic King is on the medium. He's in the last sector now.
6 max down as well.
Yep. We'll jump aboard in a moment. Oh, Sadistic lost a little bit on traction there. 132.8. Spec Driver 131.3 on soft. Do you know what? I don't think there'll be a lot of drivers getting through into Q3 here on mediums. I think that the pace is so close. And looking at these times here, I think guys are gonna have to go out on softs. We'll jump on board with 6 mag. You said started a lap time. He went straight to the softs. He's actually invalidated as well. Liverpool fan is just started his lap time. Monster also was invalidated on his mediums. So we'll stick on board with Liverpool fan here, going through the S's. He's invalidated. Crew is on I suppose he's only halfway through his outlap, so. Is Lemony going again? He was 19 seconds down on that lap on the soft tyres. Strange that he stayed out. Just putting more wear onto them. Sadistic he's still pushing. He's 2/10 down from his first lap time through the first sector. See how is he gonna get out of the way? Yeah, he's 7 seconds down now, so he's not pushing anymore. It's on board with Simster here now. He's just gone through sector 1 on the medium tyre.
Bushman's invalidated.
It's a strange angle here from Liverpool's rear wing. Looking forward. Okay, here he is through sector 2. What's his delta time? At 1:01.8, which is decent so far. I think this might put him into the 31s. He's also it came up as well that he was faster through sector 2, so that's actually really good, being on the slower tyre, having a purple sector there. So let's see how he finishes the lap off.
Final corner. .31.9.
31.9, yeah, just about into the 31s. Yeah, no, it's close. It's definitely going to be close. I don't even know if everyone bolts on a set of softs, I don't even know if that's going to be good enough.
Steve was just going through, yes, it's like it was straight.
We'll jump. Oh yeah, he's invalidated, yeah. So what's Crew gonna do here? He's gonna have to come in, I think. He's already put a lap. He's already.
PLR Owens on a lap near the end.
Who's it?
PLR Owen.
PLR on. Yep. He's already on the softs. So yeah, he's already made the move from mediums to soft there.
31.6.
31.6, yep. Just looking at there, Kenneth is calling out Crew there. Come on, Crew. PLR Kevo just said dry race, so at least we know that the weather's not going to throw a spanner in the works here. And then Equator, let's go lads, come on, finale. So it's great to see everyone is getting involved and supporting the boys here in Tier 2. Jack's on another run on the medium tyre here.
Happens in Tier 3.
Yep.
6 mag set, purple set to 1, but
yeah, we'll jump on board. He's on soft as well.
Yeah, 6 mag on softs.
Yeah, so Crew's back in the pits.
Alright, final 2 corners.
Yep. I think Crew's going to have to go on the soft. There's a fastest lap time there by Spectriv.
What's the time going to be?
Oh no, it wasn't Spectriv. It was, I think it was Kevo jumping up.
38.
Yeah, 1:30.8. Yeah, that's a good lap time there. I think Kevo jumped up to P3 as well at 31.3. That's another really good lap time by himself. Showing that the lap wasn't just a once off. He has a lot of pace around here. It's good to see.
Killer J's going through the S's.
Killer J. Yeah, and he's up. He's up a couple of tenths on his 1.5 tenths through sector 1 on his own personal best.
Very nice.
Oh, he's after running deep, run wide. Now it didn't invalidate because he did lose time in that, but it's not going to be optimal. Oh, show me there. He's going. Yeah, and he's invalidated it now for sure with that. Yeah, everyone's in the pits. I suppose this is the time now where pretty much everyone's in the pits. People will be starting their laps over the next minute or so. I suppose it's a 91-second lap if you're looking at a 1:31. I suppose an out lap will probably take a couple of seconds more, so you're looking at what, 95 seconds out lap. And
Owens about the end of set 2.
yeah, we'll jump on board him. You know, I was saying on has put 2 laps on these tyres and he's on another lap. It's not fantastic. Those tyres aren't going to be great at the start of the race. He's down 7.8 seconds, so I don't think he's pushing on those. Kevo is coming in, so that's Kevo's Q2 done and dusted for himself. Crew is on an out lap on the medium tyre, so that will be that's a tough call there. No, I know obviously he probably wants to start the race on mediums, but he's already done 3 laps on those tyres, and now he's going to put another at least 2 onto them as well with his out lap and his flying lap.
Lemony's on a hot lap in set 2.
We'll jump on Lemony. He's just coming down to the end of the straight.
Hopefully it doesn't validate it.
He's showing he's 4 tenths up there.
That was set to 2.
Yeah, happy days. This corner is very tricky just to get right, and he actually, and as I said, that he does have time to do another lap. If he has the fuel in the car, he can go again. There's no major issue, but he just has to make sure he has that fuel there to be able to go again. Who else is there? Clement is just starting a lap. So Lemony looks like he's going again. TKD just settled. Killer J is invalidated. We'll double check on Crew because he's one of the title contenders without a lap set, so he's actually going through the yeses now. Keep on board here.
It's kind of weird not seeing me driving that after Harry. I've driven that car a lot.
Yeah. It's one of my favourites as well. It's coming down the hill now. It was a 24.9 through sector 1. It wasn't purple, but still I think anything in the 24s is decent enough. It's just making a run down. It's yellow flag sector 2. I think that's a Haas that has lost it behind him. That would probably be Killer J.
That was Killer J. It was Killer J.
Yeah. There's a Red Bull. I think that's Jack as well. Just come. We'll jump on board with Jack. Yeah, Jack's just about to finish lap. He's over 8 tenths up on his best, so this should definitely put him well into the 31s. I think. Yeah. And that Lemony behind him. Lemony, yeah. He's just coming around the second last corner now. Final corner. And what is he going to do? He's going to put himself at 131.3. P6, who is next?
Steamer.
Yeah.
12. He's done.
Yeah. And Alphastone's a 130.596. Fantastic lap.
Fantasy corners.
Yeah, my cat's in to. He's shown his excitement for the race going on the track as well.
Ooh.
Oh, Killer J set a time, but it's. Yeah. There we go. There we have it. That's Killer J's 18 seconds down, so Killer J's not going to improve. So here we have it. That's our top 10. We have Alpha Stones in P1, 6 Mag in P2, Clement Pheasant in P3, Sadistic King P4, Jack DNF P5, Spectre P6, Lemony Tang P7, Kevo P8, PLR Own P9, TKD P10, and we have 2 championship contenders knocked out in Q2, and that was something. Even when Liverpool fans set that lap time on those mediums, I said it's a fantastic time for the mediums, but was it safe? And obviously it showed that it wasn't. It was actually a few tenths off. It was a 31.5, so a 31.5, and nobody got into Q3, apologies, on a medium set. So we have Liverpool fan getting knocked out in P11, Monster P12, Crew P13, Simster P14, and Killer J P15. So that's really, really, really big for this race now and this championship. So the 2 guys, I suppose, that had the best chance, obviously 6 Mag leading the championship by 17 points, and Sadistic are both in Q3, so that they kind of strengthen their chances of winning this title. So yeah,
I'm going to have to duo up and then retire.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, in the race, is it? Yeah. Here we have it. Q3, 12 minutes to decide the top 10 of this race. So, I suppose what the guys that got knocked out there, they have, I suppose, a free choice of tyre, as we know. So, all these guys will be starting on a used set of softs. Some of them even put 2 flying laps on them. So, yeah, you're going to get the advantage of being further up the field, but strategy wise it might not work out. So there's still a lot to play for in the race. But yeah, it's interesting. This is why we race. This is why
it's coming out. Red Bull coming out.
Yeah, they're all coming out now. Most important thing for this first run is get yourself a lap time. Just make it a little bit easier for yourself later on, when you're going to be going 100%, that you have a decent lap time here, that you might be just holding a tiny bit in reserve, so you're a couple of tenths or so, you just get yourself a nice banker lap time, because you can never know what's going to happen towards the end. Other people can invalidate. It is quite, as we've seen in Q1 and Q2, how easy it is to invalidate lap times around here, especially in sector 1. So, you know, if you get yourself a good strong banker lap time in your first run, then that just takes a little bit of pressure off then later on, and then it puts the onus then on the other drivers that might have invalidated their first run, puts a little bit more pressure onto them to perform, and then that could lead to more mistakes. So
TKD first out.
TKD is first out, yeah, grand.
6 Mag's the only one not coming out so far.
Yep. Suppose let those guys go out and rubber in the track a little bit more, avoid all the traffic, all that sort of stuff. You know, he's probably thinking along those lines, and Probably when these guys are on their in lap, he'll probably go out. Just looking at some of the comments there. So unlucky Brucey. That's in reference to Liverpool fan there not getting into Q3. Mondi saying he's so slow here. P12 he still was definitely in there with the rest of the guys, so I wouldn't be saying he's slow for. But yeah, TKD to start his lap time, he's just going into the first corner there, and everything looks nice and tidy so far. Yellow flag, I think it's just someone getting out of the way. Just getting, I suppose, spacing themselves out for a run without traffic. So, oh, TKD ran wide there, just on the end of those the S's section there. And he's aborted his lap as well. He's turned his airs off. So we'll jump to. And now it's invalidated. Going across the grass there, doing a bit of rallying there. So we'll jump on board with Jack. Jack's the next guy. 25.3 isn't great though. We were seeing drivers even on the medium tyre being in the 24s through sector 1. So it wasn't a great sector 1 there from. But we'll stick on board him anyways, and we'll see how he gets on. So here's Jack, yeah, 1027 through. We actually seen, I think Liverpool was in the 101s earlier on, so that shows that he's probably not going to get into the 30s with this lap time. I think there's a Mercedes as well right behind him.
Initially had a purple sector too, but I think he got taken away by Alpha.
Yeah, is it Alpha just directly behind him, is it? I think there is a Mercedes directly behind him.
Yeah, it's Alpha.
Yeah, grand, so we'll flick between them.
That got took away by one of the Williams.
Yeah, 130.5 there, Alpha Stones. That's in and around the same lap time as he got in Q2 there, so he's showing an awful lot of pace around here. Who was next? Is a Williams, Lemony, 31.6. That's then, is it Kevo next? No, it is Owen next, coming on the last corner. 31.5. So the Alpha Stones is really showing his pace at the moment. That 6 mag is starting a lap. We have the the McLaren of Sadistic. Penultimate corner now. He's not using airs, so he might have aborted that first lap. He's probably going to go again, is he? 34.5, but he's not using airs even on this run. So I don't know if he's forgotten to turn it back on or what he's doing, but he's not using the battery.
Probably saving it for one track evolution or whatever.
Well, see, he's already done a lap time without it, so I don't know why he's now going again without it. Who is next? Who do we have next? 24.5 by 6 mag on his first one. We'll
Williams coming up.
Williams. TKD. Yeah, he's invalidated. So yeah, I'm gonna stick on board with the championship leader here. He's just coming it down the back straight, just breaking into here, and he's had a really good 24.5 through sector 1. So it's a decent enough sector 1. 1010. He's purple in sector 2. So 6 mag now is really going for it. Bit squarely there on exit. Here, Crofty say squarely in the. Kevo's flying now. Kevo's purple in sector 2.
Sadistic's up next, but he's slow.
Yeah, he's 2.5 seconds down. I don't know. As I said, I don't know what he's doing there, driving with no battery. But yeah, maybe he forgot to put it back on. And Kevo's on a nice lap here. Kevo's on a nice lap. He's just come around the last corner. Where is he going to put himself? P2, 31.1. I think it's only TKD out on track now. Who doesn't have a lap time set. 6 mag Clement, Spectre overall in the pits, and obviously TKD has invalidated as well. So yeah, just Owen's not pushing. I'm sure Kevo's probably going to come into the pits now as well. So we're in this mid Q3 lull now where drivers have set their laps, they're coming back in, some are in the pits getting themselves ready for their next run. Yeah, and it shows corner cuts. Look at the amount. There's after the first run, only 6 drivers have a lap time, and probably only 4 of them have a representative lap time of what their pace is, or in around that. You know what I mean? You look at Jack with a 33. I'm sure he can get into the 31s at the least. Sadistic is 34.5, I'm sure as well with himself. He'd be looking to get at least into the 31s. So you really only have 4 drivers there that have set aim so far. Lemony's on an outlap, 6 Mag is on an outlap, and so which guy out of these is first on the track? So Lemony's just coming down the hill. 6 Mag is coming up the hill, and Clement. So Clement is first, so we'll stick on board.
I think Kevo's on another lap.
Kevo's going for another lap. Yeah, he didn't go into the pits there. He's crossing the line now. Yeah, he didn't improve though. He didn't improve, so it'd be kind of close, I suppose. He needs to get back into the pits. You know, he needs to be realistic, be getting out, leaving the pits after 2 minutes, and sure, he's only crossed the line there, so it's going to take a good 90 seconds to get back to the pits. That puts it about 2.5 minutes, and then he obviously has to get in, change his tyres, get back out. I don't know, that might have been a mistake there, doing that extra lap. But Clement's about to start. Clement is, and Clement can do 2 runs as well. With the time left in the session, he can definitely get 2 runs in if he has enough fuel in the tank for that. Yep, just out of turn 1.
Should have, because he just came out of pits.
Who's this?
I'm talking about Colin.
That was very close to a corner cut there. 24.5, that's really good. That was in around what 6 Mag was doing through the first sector on his invalidated run. He's purple as well. Down into second, short upshift into third on the power early. Yep, that's what you want to do. Making the run now. Down past the Ferris wheel.
Oh, there's a Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, just down the back straight there. He's locked his front left, but all seems to be okay. Made the apex. Not much time lost. A 1013. So he is a couple of tenths down from what 6 Mag was doing on his invalidated lap, but he this Clement hasn't invalidated. So let's see how he gets on through the rest of the lap. This should be a good lap time. He's coming into the penultimate corner now. Down to 6. Yeah, I know Clement is with him and Sadistic would probably be the cleanest drivers in terms of corner cuts. So there you go, 31.0 puts him P2.
Half second off the step.
Still a half second off Alpha Stones. Alpha Stones is showing how it's done at the moment. 6 Mag's a 1 minute 8, so he's actually about 5 tenths up on what Clement done. So this should be in and around Alpha Stones time. He lost a little bit in the last corner. 130.4 though, so he is still P1, but there is more time in that. If he has enough fuel and the tyres are still in the temperature range, he definitely can improve that at the last corner. Lemony, oh well, what's going on with Lemony here? He was up 4 tenths. Is he done? He probably has no fuel left. Yeah, I think he's just getting out of the way. Sadistic.
Mercedes 1-2, but 6 Mag put an end to that.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Sure, we're sick of seeing that in real life, so it's good to see the Renault jumping and snatching that out of the way. We're just going to jump over to Sadistic, because Sadistic is one of the title contenders here, and 6 Mag has put the gauntlet down here now. 24.4 through sector 1 for Sadistic is really good. We're looking at, remember, was Clement and was at 24.5, and that was purple earlier, so this is a good start to the lap here for Sadistic. If you jump on board here with Sadistic, you'll see the Ferris wheel I was talking about there on the left hand side.
Oh,
there you go. Here you go, braking just after 100, getting down into second, maybe short upshift into third. No, he's all good. He's taking in second. A minute 0.9, so a 1:00.9. That's a tenth down from 6 Mag. No, 6 Mag had an 8.8, so Sadistic's on a 0.9 here. So, but as I said, 6 Mag did lose a bit of time on his exit of the last corner. So I think Sadistic still has a chance. He did have to drop into 5th there rather than 6th. So we'll see how he takes this last corner. He definitely took a better than 6 Mag. There, 5.86. P3.
Oh.
P3. Okay, Jack is up a second on his own time, so this should put him into the 31s, I'd say. 1.3, I think he was up.
Above 1.1 second.
Yeah, and Spectre was right behind him. And Spectre has been showing a lot of pace there so far. So, oh, Spectre Pit. It's only TKD now.
Stays 8.
TKD is a 1 minute, a 101 dead. That's only 2 or 3 tenths off 6 mag Alpha Stuns ish pace. So, let's see how he gets on here. Yeah, he did.
You could have set a lap.
He could have. I don't know. I don't know why. Here's TKD. 130.8 P4. And Alpha Stuns. Alpha Stuns has invalidated. And he actually is up over 2 tenths. Let's see if Alpha Stuns would have got pole here with this lap time. He's coming in the last corner.
No, he's invalidated.
Yeah, no, that wasn't. I just want to see if he could have. No, 585. I was just seeing if he was gonna. I knew it was invalidated, but if he set the lap time, would have gotten pole. But unfortunately, he was a tenth down. He lost some time there in the last sector. There we have it. 9-10 separating the top 9, and I'm sure Spectral would have been in around that. Would have been in those 9-10s from the leader there. So 6 mag, championship leader. All the pressure on him. Delivers in Q3 there. Pole position, 3 points. So I think that effectively knocks out. That does knock out Liverpool fan. So Liverpool fan no longer can win the championship because he was 41 points behind, and now he's 44 points behind with a maximum of 43 remaining. So Liverpool now is no longer fighting for the championship because 6 mag got the 3 points for pole position. Yeah, Alpha Stone's P2 with a great performance. He hasn't had a great season, but I know how good he is. So it's shown is definitely where he should be, what he should be doing in this tier, fighting for wins and pole positions. Sorry?
Kev was sad about Lemony in the comments.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with Lemony there, because I don't know if he blocked him or I'm not sure. Same, no Ferrari power cars in the top 10. I think there are. I think is Sadistic. No, oh, Sadistic should have been in a Ferrari, but he didn't select a car, so he's in a different car in this race. But yeah, there was a couple of drivers I noticed. We were readying up at 10 o'clock, and the Spec drive was another one as well, I think. Or yeah. Anyways, he should have been in a Ferrari, but he hadn't selected a car before the lobby started, so it just gives a random car.
Select spectate.
Yeah. So the race is starting now. I tell you, PLR Kevo with Lemony with a, I suppose, crying face in the comments there. So I'm not sure exactly what happened. We did see Lemony was in sector 1 and he was kind of just staying out of the way, but we don't know exactly what happened. So
I think I might just let everyone launch off and I'll just drive till it's not disturbing them. Yeah,
so yeah, you probably be last there, and then just stay out of the way, come into the pits and just retire lap 1 there. So formation lap, we'll just have a quick look at what the tyres on what the drivers have selected for their strategy. So everybody is on softs in the top 10, as we know. Liverpool fan is starting on mediums, Monster on a set of softs, Crew on a set of mediums, Simster on a set of hards, Killer J on softs, Vintage on a set of mediums, and Mason, doesn't really matter what tyres you're on because you're going to come into the pits and retire. On softs, yeah. So yeah, looks like a nice sunny day here in Austin, so the weather shouldn't be playing any part of the championship decider.
I just heard Jeff react as like different to what I've ever heard him say before.
What was that?
I pressed boxes up and he was like, "What? No, go to the grid. Don't come in this lap."
Right. Just actually seen it. Kevin just said Lemony beat him by 1,000 of a second there in qualifying. That's why he was. He had the crying emojis in the comments. Yeah,
no threat of rain, it's saying.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, that's good. That's good to know. So Simster should be able to make this easily on a. So Spectre got disqualified.
No, I'm joking. I'm not going to. I'm not going to take it. I'm not a boy.
Simster's starting on the hard, so he should easily get to a one-stop strategy here if things go according to plan, and he'll be able to. If you're starting on softs or mediums, you're more looking towards a two-stop strategy. Again, safety cards can help you elongate your stints, and you might be able to make a one-stop. But the guys, I suppose, top 10 will find it very difficult on a scrub set of softs. The guys on the softs that start outside the top 10 would have a much better chance of maybe pushing those softs out and potentially getting to a one-stop.
Wait for me to come to the back of grid.
Yeah. So here we go. Here we go. The penultimate, I should say the finale, not the penultimate. The final round of Tier 2 is going to start now momentarily. Lights are counting down. 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. There we go. Oh, slow start from 6 Mag there. He's after getting swamped. Alpha Stone straight into the lead. And you have Sadistic King going. Is he going to go for it? Is he going to go for it? He has not. He's in P2, and I think 6 Mag's dropped down to P4 there. Just keep an eye on these guys down the field. Oh, the car went left there. Was that Kevo? I just seen the car go make a complete left there in the yeses. I think he's okay. I think his wing damage, but yeah, I actually seen that on stream. I didn't really see what happened, but he took a hard left and a right. So we have Sadistic King P1. Alpha Stones in P2, TKD P3, 6 Mag P4. You have Spectroid making a move on Owen. They're fighting. Oh, there's a Red Bull around. That is Jack DNF.
Well, I will take in 2 people, even though I'm not racing.
Yeah, just stay out of the way. Make sure that you're not getting involved. Let them by.
If they catch me.
So Sadistic pulling away here. You have 6 Mag dropping back down into 4th. Owen and Spectroid battling away here. Nice move there by Owen. Oh, and that move actually has helped Crew jump up 2 positions there. That was fantastic. Opportunistic move there. That was caught on stream. So, yeah, great move. That Crew needs to do this. Start P14 he started. He's at the P6 already. So that's great stuff for him. And he's on those medium tyres. So he has a lot of strategy kind of. He has I suppose the benefit of being on those medium tyres. There's a couple of guys pitting there as well in the background.
I'm coming to the pits to retire.
Yeah, good man. Killer J's in the pits as well, is it? Yeah, Killer J, and then yourself, Mason. Good man. Yeah, you just make sure you retire. Kevo's in the pits as too. Oh, move there by Lemony on Simster. Looks nice. That was a nice move there, Lemony on Simster into P10. Oh, we're getting the glitch now. The lap 2 glitch is going on now, so don't be worried. It says Crew is in P1, but the lap 2 glitch, yeah. Trying to find the leader, but it keeps moving around. Sadistic's the leader. Trying to find him. Here we go. So he actually has a good bit of a gap there, about a second gap to Alpha Stone's 1.2. Then Alpha Stone's TKD 6 Mag are all battling away there. Here. 6 Mag, it's actually need to work out this. So Sadistic was 20 points behind, so we had a 17 point gap between 6 Mag and Sadistic going into this race. So it's all moving about there. It's still moving about. I've seen things jostling around, and I don't want to say anything too early. Right, I think we're settling down here now. Yeah. Alpha Stones was Sadistic was 20 points behind 6 Mag starting the race. 17 points. Then 6 Mag scored 3 points for pole. That puts it at 20 points. So 6 Mag just needs to stay within 20 points of Sadistic to win the championship. It's 40 points for a race win, 32 for second, 27 for P3, and 22 for P4. So currently at the moment he's within 18 points. He's 18 points behind Sadistic in this race. So at the moment, as it stands, not including fastest laps, who has the fastest lap? That's probably the next thing we need to check here. Where do we find that?
Fastest.
So at the moment, Sadistic is winning the championship by 1 point in that, if that's the case, because yeah, he's 18 points plus 3 would be 21, and he was going into the race 20 points behind. So I hope my maths is correct, but it just goes to show how close it is. Oh, and 6mag just dropped down at the P5 while we were going through that. 6mag has lost the position to Clement, so at the moment it's Sadistic in pole position. Killer J's retired and he's lost it in the S's. So a strange section there, but
after this race
Sadistic is slightly pulling out the gap. He's pulled out another tenth or two there. He's 1.4, 1.3, kind of changes here and there. TKD and Alpha Stuns are close behind each other, and then Clement and 6mag. Oh, virtual safety car. That was for that incident there with Killer J. It's in a strange section, it is. Yes, where the car, it was just at the end of sector 1, start of sector 2, where you'd have that left, and then before that right hander up the hill, and it's strange.
It's like a 90 degree on the map. That turn.
Still under VSC. Anyone Monster is making the call to pit under VSC. That should help him out. Now I think Hards will get you to the end here, so this actually could be a good, and he has wing damage as well, so yeah, he's changing his wing. What is he going? Is he going another set of softs, is it? Looks like it.
Help Kevo.
So Simster's got caught for speed under VSC.
Simster, yeah.
Monster going for a 2-stop. I think the hard tire would have gotten to the end. He might not have been. The hard tire mightn't be great around here, but yeah, he's.
It's better if I have 3 seconds, and that's it.
Yeah. So Clement is right behind TKD now for P3. He's in his DRS, and then 6mag is within his DRS. So everybody the closest on track. PLR Owen and Crew are also quite close behind. Crew's actually in a great position here. Just looking at these tires, medium tire. So he'd actually be. Oh, he's just getting passed there by Owen. But in the next probably 5 or 6 laps, this tyre advantage will swing back to Crew. He is, yeah. Spectre has a penalty too as well.
Fans can join the party soon.
Yep, and he's also on a set of medium tyres, so it'll be interesting to see what these guys do over the next few laps when the tyres, when the tyre advantage swings back in their favour. I suppose for Crew, I think he would rather own just start stretching his legs out here and catch up to 6mag in front. But yeah, Sadistic is pulling away. He's 2 seconds now, 2.1 seconds up the road, and then you have another 2-second gap between Alpha Stuns and TKD. Clement then in P4. He's right behind TKD.
If it continues like this, I think Sadistic's got in the back.
It all depends on 6mag. 6mag is only, I suppose, he just needs to pass one car, you know what I mean, and get fastest lap, and then it's back in his advantage. Yeah, so it's very close. Penalties again can change everything. Sadistic's one of the best. Himself and Clement, I would say that those two are the best at keeping their corner cuts down to a minimum. So you would expect. Yeah, here's a good run. Actually, Clement just got TKD. Great run out of the corner there, and he has DRS to help him out. 6mag might get him too. So 6mag going back up to P4 now. Should be done and dusted there. Yeah, happy days. Williams is, didn't give it up too easily, but yeah, he's back by him now. And then you have Owen now 1.6 behind, 1.7 behind. So, and then Crew's obviously within his DRS, and Spectre was within his, and Liverpool within his. Yeah. Oh, Spectre ran a bit wide there. And does that give Liverpool fan the opportunity to get? No, it doesn't. I don't think you want to be risking it there for a championship with 22 laps to go. So who? Yeah. Here we have it there. So yeah, everything's kind of stretching out there. The top 2 are pulling away a bit. There's a 3-second gap now back to Clement and P3. And yeah, Kevo's still quite far away from everyone else, but Kevo probably can get to the end. If it was to be green flag to the end, he probably could get to the end on those hard tires. So, I suppose if you take the 20-second pit stop, 6mag, 3-second penalty, massive. especially how close it is. That puts him way down the order. If you want to add in 1.6, 1.6 and 0.7, that puts you about 2.3. It actually puts him down in around Liverpool and Crew from P4. If you just take the penalty and you add the 3 seconds from where he is to the guys behind. Oh, TKD's going for a move.
Kevo could do what I did in Tier 3 last week.
What did you do?
I was so far behind. I pitted from the intermediates to the hard because the track was dry before anyone else, and continued the rest of the race.
Yeah.
Went from last to P5.
Yeah, definitely.
Genius.
What I was saying there, Owen is catching those guys. He was 1.8 earlier, he's 1.2 now, so that will be helping Crew and Liverpool just behind. So Liverpool did get Spec Drive in the end there, so you have those 2 medium. Oh, Spec Drive's pitting. Spec Drive's pitting. So you can go to the hards for a 1-stopper here. Realistically, if mediums aren't going to get you to the end from lap 7. So yeah, Liverpool now. Owen is he nearly got into the DRS of 6 mag. So and then he'd be obviously pulling Crew and Liverpool with him.
Very spicy.
Owen with a penalty now. So that actually bumps up Crew and Liverpool into P5 and 6 with the 2 guys in front having a penalty, and Alpha Stuns has a penalty too, but he has enough of a gap to stay P3.
Jack. It's time to wrap up.
Just looking at the biggest position changes, so Crew's up 6 positions so far in this race. ALR Vintage up 5. They're the 2 biggest movers. Biggest loser so far is 6 mag down 4. Well, there is Kevo down 8, but I suppose championship wise 6 mag is the biggest loser at the moment, down 4 positions, and technically he's down more with the penalties as well. So yeah, there's the position changes. Stops at the moment. Spectroid Monster and Kevo have all stopped. Spectroid Monster on the medium tyre, going 21 laps without any safety cars will be very difficult, but you know. Oh, and Spectroid just made a move there and Simster, and did he make a stick? Yep. That would have been a nice move, looking at where that was done. Was it? Looked like it just into the hairpin there. Yeah. So how are we getting on with lap time? So Sadistic, still fastest lap time. So he at the moment has those 3 points. But you would assume that if they're going on to a medium or a hard tyre, and the likes of Crew, Liverpool going on to a soft, potentially, that they would probably be in a better position to get a fastest lap, being on a softer tyre later on in the race. Alphonse with another penalty. That's now helping out these guys below him move up. So we'll just check the penalties here, will we? I'm in the wrong section. Penalties, here we go here. 6 seconds, yeah. So he has 6. Crew now with a penalty. That's not going to be great for himself. That kind of... Oh, Liverpool and Crew move going on there. Crew should get DRS though, and should get the position back going down the straight. Yeah, so but actually Liverpool also has DRS, so this is and Crew has the inside line here. So how's this gonna go? Yeah, he got the position back there. Yeah, but 6 mag is struggling. Like Owen now, as I said, he was 1.8 earlier on. He's now well within the DRS zone of 6 mag. 6 mag is dropping. This is not what he wants in the final race of the season. I think Crew then just extended track limits there. He looked like he was 4 wheels off the track. Just that tricky left-hander back there. Yeah, lap 8. These guys on the soft, I suppose they're going to be looking to pit. Oh, just as I said it, here comes Owen. Owen looks like he's probably going to a 2-stopper here, unless he goes on to the hards. And there's also another car in the pits with Owen, and that is TKD. So it'd be interesting to see what tyre these guys are going on to. Another set of softs, so that's TKD going for a 2-stopper, and another set of softs for Owen, 2-stopper. This
soft mediums.
Soft mediums would probably be the ideal. Realistically, if it was me, I'd be going for a 1-stop here. I'd be trying to get those softs to get to lap probably 12, 10, 11, 12, and then go on to a medium, or at worst case hards. But yeah, let's see how it goes. So let's have a look at tyres situation. Yeah, Could be undercuts as well, yeah.
I mean, my undercut was real powerful last week.
Yeah. So behind Vintage. Vintage hasn't pit, and there's quite a lot of car. Oh! Monster hit into the back of Vintage there. Monster got ahead of Vintage. Vintage around? No, just... Cars have just gotten by. Liverpool fan 3-second penalty. That's another massive change in this championship. That kind of gives Crew back to that position, who is right behind him again. We'll just flick back to that. They're going side by side. How's this going to go? Are they going to stick it around the outside there? They're right behind Six Mag. Is the soft guy going to make another pit stop? Is any of them going in? No. Staying out. Alpha Stones is pitting. Alpha Stones is pitting now. Crew ran wide again. That doesn't want to be doing that too much. Don't want to be messing around with these warnings, especially when Sadistic is in control of this race, 3 seconds in the lead, and has no corner cuts as well. So, but as I said, these guys. Oh, what a move there! Is that Liverpool and Six Mag on side by side through the S's. Liverpool looks like he's got it, has he? Oh, he's got it. He's got it.
Into podium positions.
Now it's Crew's turn. Can Crew get by? He doesn't want Liverpool fan to get too far ahead of him. You can already see Liverpool has already pulled away a second on Six Mag, and you can see these soft tyres now starting to get, you know, within that danger zone, that cliff, and these guys on the mediums now are starting to come into their own a bit. TKD with a penalty there. So we're looking at Crew is just going to, I say, this be pretty easy for him here. You should get by relatively easily down into oh, yellow flag sector 2. That's a McLaren, isn't it? It's Vintage, is it? In the same corner actually as Killer J earlier. So maybe it is you know, a more common area for accidents than I initially thought. The TKD and Alpha Stones has been a move there down into Alpha Stones went onto hards. There's something. He's going to the end now, where TKD went for another set of softs. So TKD is going for the 2-stopper. Alpha Stone's going for the 1-stopper. It's interesting. That's another thing to kind of keep an eye on as this unfolds. The top 2 are pitting on lap 10. What are they stopping for? Clement is going hards. Sadistic is going mediums. Right, can he get those mediums to the end? That's the question mark here now. TKD with the fastest lap. There's a Williams. Oh, Williams and the Red Bull. Oh, Red Bull got the switcheroo. Red Bull got the move back. They're side by side. Oh, contact, and the Williams is spinning. TKD, I say that's very unfortunate. I think a bit of room needed to be left there. Reset the track with cars going by too. But yeah, very unfortunate. I think the Red Bull could have left a little bit more space there. But sure, we'll see what happens from the onboards. Alpha Stone's right behind Jack DNF now on these hard tyres. Statistics on mediums. That's interesting now. That is really interesting how that's going to unfold there. Is he going to get to the end on those tyres?
Liverpool fans first.
He is, yeah. The Crew just behind him. Alpha Stone's got the move there. Yeah, Sadistic is in a really good spot here. He has 10 lap fresher mediums now, and he should start eating into into the gap in front. So by the time Liverpool and Crew pit, he could nearly have a full pit stop on them, and he has the penalty advantage. So it is really kind of swaying towards Sadistic for winning this championship. Because look at Six Man, he's down in P11. So unless something,
Sadistic.
What is it?
Can't you run back to the Sadistic to win the championship?
No, not at this stage. Not at this stage now. But Six Mag with another penalty too. Jack DNF in the pits. We'll just check the penalties real quick. Jack DNF at 9. Six Mag with 6. So yeah, Sadistic's already taken a second out of the guys in front.
10-11.
They need, like, I suppose the window, I suppose Liverpool and Crew are needing to be looking at, and Sadistic's gone purple sector 1 as well here. He's already taken another half second already out of sector 1. He'll catch the. I reckon he will be already back to P1 before those guys pit. So he should now. Again, they're probably going to try to go softs to the end, and they will be flying, but they would be 20 seconds down, 25 seconds down, depending on how long a pit stop is. Which would be very difficult, unless obviously safety cars could change this massively for different drivers. Like Clement's going to the end on these hards, Alpha Stone's going to the end on these hards.
Statistic doesn't have any penalties.
Yeah, that's massive as well. PLR Owen is flying on these soft, but as we said, he's going to have to pit again. He's kind of cut himself into a two-stop strategy from here, going soft. I think it is the quickest strategy the game recommends, but sometimes I disagree with what the game recommends, to be quite honest. But
just those two positions.
Monster there, yeah, I seen that. TKD and Six Mag just jumped on board with that. Lemony's right behind Simster. Lemony's on these hards to the end as well, one stopping it. How's he gonna get on here?
I feel like Vintage might get locked.
Owen past Alpha Stones as well into P4. He really needs to get these. You take advantage of these softs. Getting caught up behind cars, you're not getting the advantage of being on those soft tyres. So he needs to really be pushing now over the next probably 7-8 laps until he goes onto the mediums to the end. Again, safety cars change his race, so they'll flip it completely the opposite direction.
I don't remember there being a safety car.
Sorry?
I don't remember there being a safety car.
Oh no, there hasn't been. I said if there is a safety car in this race, it will dramatically change the course of the race from where it is now. Clement looks like he's going to make a move, is he? Yeah, he just made the move there on Alpha Stones. Yeah, if these Mercedes guys, they're on the same strategy. They're basically a lap apart. Just use your DRS together and pull yourselves towards the cars in front, and fight it out at the end then, I suppose. But Clement has the advantage without having penalties. Crew, actually, Liverpool fan is pulling out that gap on Crew since they were about 1.7 seconds when they got clear, and now that's out to 3.3. Yeah, Statistics catching them up hand over fist here. He's 1.6 now behind, and he was what 7 seconds behind when he came out on these medium tyres. So he's flying, and we'll see who has the fastest lap. I think I'm in the wrong section.
7:10. No weird.
Yeah. So Owen currently has the fastest lap on those 3 points there, 34.5. Yeah. Interval. Here we go. So there is quite close margin. Yeah, he's 8 tenths now, so he'll have Crew now probably in the next lap or two with the tyre advantage. Spectre a bit of 3 second now. Yeah, Crew Liverpool need a safety car. That's what they need right now to kind of nullify the advantage. I suppose right now it wouldn't be great for tyre selection, but
taking Crew stream.
Yeah, he's got him there. Yeah. Oh, but Crew's not giving up the position too easy. But it should be. Yeah. That tyre advantage, that traction is just, at this stage now, it's just you don't want to make it easy for him, but you're not going to compromise yourself too much.
I thought about the tyres closer to 10. That would be better, but
see, Statistics only on 2 lap old mediums, where the lads are on 13 lap old mediums. So
I meant mediums, yeah.
At this stage, lap 14. I still think it's too early. Start lap 15, still too early to get on these softs. So at the moment, if that happens now, unless there's a safety car, you might be able to squeeze it, but you're probably looking at another few laps before these pull the trigger. Alpha Stones. Any battles? TKD.
There are some. Find out my friends sending out. And with Vintage, Clement and Sadistic don't have penalties.
Yeah. I think we all knew Clement and Sadistic wouldn't be getting them, and they're two of the 3 that don't. So this is
Who's the third?
ALR Vint. Well, the other Yeah, he doesn't have a penalty at the moment, but those two guys are pretty much always finishing races with no penalty, so it's the norm at this stage.
Yeah. I wish it was none for me.
Me too. I find it easier on the wheel now, to be quite honest, just being a little bit more precise. On the pad it's a little bit more difficult, I find, but it's which?
If my accelerator pedal didn't break, it would be better for me.
Yeah, I just find that I am much more precise with the wheel, but I'm a good second slower, so it's kind of, how do you weigh it up? I'd rather be a second faster per lap and get a 3-second pen than be a second a lap slower over 28 laps, you know. But yeah, Sadistic is still catching Liverpool fan. He's 22.4 now. That was 3.1 when, I think, at the start of the previous lap, so he's lapping nearly a second quicker. Yellow flag sector 3, that looks like Monster. On a fresh set of mediums too. Yep. Yeah. Broken, no broken wing. No, looks, he could have just lost it on traction there. Was a slow corner. Could have been a little bit of contact, but doesn't look like he has wing damage. Yeah, that's the way to go. Yeah, Sadistic 1.5.
He's already got 3 seconds on Crew.
Yeah. And then another 3 seconds with the time pen as well. So he's already, a net 6 seconds up, and Crew still has to pit. And Sadistic doesn't.
He just has to stay behind Liverpool fan.
Yeah, and Liverpool has to pit too, so he's going to be well in the lead. And the guy that is a net P2 would be Clement, because Clement doesn't have to pit, where Owen does. So if you look at the gap then Sadistic has back, he's 3.6 back, 3.7 back to Crew, another second then, so I suppose we can call that 5 seconds back to Owen, and then another 2. So he's a good 7.5 seconds in the lead here. Now Sadistic did go into medium tyres. These mediums, it might kind of, Liverpool fans in the pits. He's making a call on lap 17.
Penalties. He has to make up how much? 26 seconds.
A good, at least, about that. I think a pit stop around here is about 23-ish, 22, 23. Then on top of that, you have the penalty that he needs to gain. So, yeah, Liverpool will be flying. Him or Crew will probably get fast lap if there's no safety cars that bunch up the field and allow drivers to make a quick stop for softs. But at the moment,
save vintage, because he is almost going to get lapped by his teammate.
And as well, Owen and Crew, this is for position, because both of them have to pit one more time. Crew should have the advantage because Owen will have to pit on the medium. Crew will have to pit on the, well, at this stage now, will be pitting on the softs. I will also add that the score start of the race. So
potential last few laps.
That was very close there between the two. Crew looks like he's struggling there on the rear. I saw a little wiggle there. The tail end wasn't too happy, so we'll see now. Crew will probably be looking to come in now for sauce on this lap, and I suppose Owen will probably be coming in this lap for mediums. So you have, this will be a shootout to the end, along with Liverpool, I think, that, and Clement for P2. As I said, well, I suppose Clement's on that set of hards, but he'll probably be going to the end. Crew is staying out for another lap. Is he probably, that was strange. That was a strange 3 seconds. It popped up there and it looked like he was on the track, but that's another massive penalty there. He's probably hoping for a safety car. Do you know what? I would be surprised if it rains. It looks very dark. It looks very, very dark, and I haven't seen anything in the comments and in the stream that suggest anything about the weather, but it does look very dark. I have to say.
It'd be nice if one of the racers could tell us.
Yeah, but unfortunately they're all racing. Yeah, but just looking at how overcast it's gotten. Crew needs to make a decision.
Very late rain.
Where is it? Liverpool's in around 8, so there's a 6 second gap there to Lemony. I suppose Crew, if he pits now, will come in around that Lemony Jack Simster battle, which you don't particularly want to be doing. You don't want to be getting involved with fights with other people. Clement's now moving up to P3. Yeah, I think those medium tyres now are going off. 18 laps on those. Let me have a look here. Sadistic is on 6 lap old mediums with 10 laps to go, so 11 laps to go. So Sadistic should be able to get to the end on these mediums. Just looking at how long Cruise mediums have gone. They've gone 17 laps, which this will be 18 after this lap finishes. So Sadistic should be able to get to the end on those medium tyres. We can see with Crew that the tyres aren't great, but you can get to the end. Sorry, what you just going to say something there?
No, I was just saying someone's been on the mediums the whole race.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. There's Liverpool there pumping in fastest lap 1:33.562.
There we go. Starter train of fastest laps.
Yeah. There's Lemony coming by, battling with Jack, and they just jumped at Crew there. Oh.
It's getting very close to Vintage.
So Owen and Crew are behind Lemony now.
It's really about, I'd say, 10 seconds behind Vintage.
Yeah, and I'm looking at this gap. I think the likes of Crew, I don't think they're going to be struggling. Even it's actually crazy even to think just a couple of lap difference between Liverpool stopping to Crew, and they were 3 seconds behind each other. Look at the gap now between Liverpool and Crew, just by staying out that little bit longer. You know, you can see it's nearly 10 seconds more. Like there's 9.5 seconds between him and Jack. And the thing is with Crew now, looking at the laps on the tyres, everyone in front of him doesn't have to pit, so he needs to now pass everybody in front.
Jack.
Lemony just got Jack, yeah. And Owen is sniffing there. Oh, bit of contact into the rear. That was a return to favour job from the first corner. Lemony took that very tight. You probably compromise. Oh, Jack hit into the rear of him.
Well, now that's a bit more clean air throwing.
Yeah. The guys are flying now behind. You can see how fast. 6 man just got spec drive. P5.
Did he damage his wing?
Jack.
No, he didn't.
Right. Oh, Crew. Spec drive is in the pits, so that's another position. Oh, Crew's after sending it. Did he get both? Looks like he's after getting both guys. It looks like it.
But Lemony's fighting back.
Yep. That doesn't look like a corner cut there, so he needs to be very careful. He doesn't want to be getting any more penalties here. Very close.
Who has the most penalties?
Who has the most penalties? We'll have a quick look here.
It's between Alpha Stun, Spectriv and Munster with 12.
Yeah. So everyone's stopped now. Everyone should be going. If it's green flag to the end, that is our pit stops. I would assume the longest someone is on a set. The 9 lap old tyres are the longest on hard, so they're definitely going to get to the end. Crew's flying. He's after pulling a good 2 seconds already on Owen since the first corner. That was when he made the move, so you can see how fast those soft tyres are. But I think that
Vintage is eating into a gap to Joe. Well, Sadistic's eating into a gap to lap his teammate.
Yeah. Can Alphastones get Clement?
Last have no penalties.
The first two?
First, second and last have no penalties.
Yeah. The thing is with Alphastones and Clement, the way I look at it in Clement's position here, your teammate is probably faster than you, just in terms of he's qualifying. I think Alphastone started P2, didn't he? But Clement wasn't too far away, but just he has 12 seconds. You don't want to be battling and losing time to the likes of Liverpool fan who is behind your teammate, you know what I mean? And he's the guy that's going to be flying on these softs, so is it worth fighting this guy? Again, it all depends on the pace. Is Alphastone's that much quicker?
I think eventually Liverpool fan will overtake. I mean, he's on soft, sour and hard.
Yeah. But I wouldn't want to be wasting too much time battling with a guy with 12 seconds worth of pens when you have none. And here they are. Oh, that's a great camera angle at the two going around there.
Close.
That was very close. Very close. Jack with another penalty there. Oh, that's a great camera angle, I have to say. Yellow flag. Red Bull. Red Bull, sector 1. He's still driving. No safety car.
I'm looking at a Red Bull, but I'm on Clement's perspective.
Yeah, I'm watching Alpha Stuns, and this aerial shot is fantastic. 6 mag with another penalty.
Oh yeah.
That's massive.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
Oh, this has been since the... Oh, I'm going to keep on this until it changes camera, because there's no audio, but it looks fantastic.
It's changed.
Yeah, it's changed now, yeah. But they, oh, sector... Yellow 2, 6 flag, and Red Bull again, is it? Is that Jack? Yeah, he has no wing.
No wing at all.
It
It looks like Vintage can overtake him and not come last.
Yeah.
Well,
It all just...
technically is third to last.
Yeah, that with Jack, I seen what happened with Jack and Lemony there. Lemony kind of had a compromise entry to that kind of double left-hander apex. I suppose is Jack will still score points if he does finish. Everyone that, even ALR Vintage will get score points, but yeah.
Unfortunate for Killer J.
Yeah. Clement is just behind Alpha Stuns. He's winning his DRS. Crew is still taking chunks. He was over 10 seconds behind 6 mag. He is catching him at a second or two.
Vintage.
Yeah.
That aerial view of Vintage.
Yeah, and Jack as well. I'm just watching Jack, just seeing if he's going to come into the pits or what's going to happen here.
Not sure.
I think yeah, he's coming into the pits now. Yeah, change that wing, or maybe yeah. Clement is very close. Jack DNF for third in the pits. Yeah. Just double checking that. So Clement is within the DRS, but Liverpool now is very close to them. He'll be in their DRS probably next lap.
Vintage would make up any more places. I doubt it, but
yeah, unless there's safety cars. Oh, that Ferrari ran very wide the last corner. Don't want to be.
There's going to be a safety car from those two.
At this stage, generally they don't happen within the first. With 4 laps to go. If it's 3 or 4 laps to remain, and Crew just checking fastest lap there. Crew was just taking it from Liverpool.
It's right behind Vintage.
Statistic is... Oh, he's just lapping him, like, is it? Yeah.
To lap him.
Oh yeah, he's a bit behind him there. I think it's...
Vintage is going to have to lose time to Kevo.
Looking at gaps here. If Statistic was to pit, just looking at gaps, he'd come out behind Crew. So that's interesting to note if there is any potential late drama in terms of pit stops. We will look. There's that strange camera angle on Clement there from the rear wing. It's like the camera angle you see in MotoGP on the back of the bike. He's just made the move there with his teammate. They're battling into this. Oh, side by side again. It's great driving, I have to say, from the two Mercedes drivers. Side by side.
I wonder if they're communicating. Probably are.
I don't know, but they're the two of them. Even though they're showing us some great driving, Alpha Stuns had a little bit of a moment there. They are just allowing that Ferrari of Liverpool to just gain on them.
I think Vintage should just slow down and let his teammate by him right now.
Yeah, sure, he's ghosting. Jack DNF left the session there. So Liverpool now is well within shot now of these Mercedes drivers.
Just has to send it to turn 1.
I wouldn't send it. He has the tyre advantage. I wouldn't be sacrificing everything for one moment here. I just want to check the penalty situation just to see where our net finishes are at the moment. So Crew and 6 mag both have 9, and they are. Liverpool just got Alpha Stuns, and he just had a major corner cut there. So you don't want to be doing that too many more times.
Kevo's got no penalty.
Kevo. Who was it? Kevo?
Yeah, Kevo.
Got another one? Okay.
It's Kevo.
Statistic and Clement obviously are comfortable P1, P2 at the moment. Liverpool fan is just behind them. So Liverpool fan needs to get by him and gain 3 seconds on Clement to finish second. Alpha Stuns then has 12 seconds. 6 mag and Crew have 9 each. So at the moment Alpha Stuns stays 4th. 6 mag will stay 5th, Crew will stay 6th. Specdrive is in P7 on 15 seconds. Obviously he will move down, Owen will move up to P7. Will Owen
anything to just let him by.
Owen won't jump Crew where he is at the moment. So at the moment it would be 6 mag in P5, Crew in P6, Owen in P7. But that would be the top 7 at the moment, and that would put Sadistic champion, I think. Because 6 mag is in P5. I think 6 mag needs to finish P4 or get fastest lap, and I don't think he has that. Crew has that, so it's all to play for here. I think Sadistic at the moment is in the driver's seat. It feels very reminiscent. It has that feel of Sebastian Vettel. I know Sadistic was in P2 of the championship, not P3 as Vettel was, but it has that feeling of a little bit of an upset. The driver had pole position, was leading the race at the start, had a poor start obviously, but it just has that very reminiscent feeling from Abu Dhabi 2010. But yet still a bit to race. Crew has another penalty that might allow Owen to jump him for P6. But it's the major point here now is 6 mag and Alpha Stuns, and he's not going to get him because, well, he's 3 seconds less penalties than Alpha Stuns, but he needs 4.2 seconds in the next 3.5 laps to get 4th place, to get that. Kevo has left. Is he still driving? Are you friends with Kevo?
He's still driving.
Are you friends with Kevo? Could you invite him?
I don't think I'm friends. I'll see.
It's just with the stream. If I invite him, it would go blank. So if you can't, I'll get him in. Liverpool is right up with Clement now. So this is potential. Like, Liverpool has a chance here to get P2 if he does this move on this lap, I reckon, because you'd have 2 laps then to try to pull that 3 second, to try to kind of cover that 3 second penalty. And he has a great shot here to get him into turn 1. Doesn't have a lot of errors. Clement doesn't have much either, but
no, should be able to turn back.
The most important. Oh, Crew got 6 mag. That's big. 6 mag is pitting. 6 mag is pitting.
Really? Fastest.
Wow. But even with that, for a championship sort of situation, the fastest lap is irrelevant for him if he's down in 8 or 9. Do you know what I mean? He was in P5. He only had to get, if he gained 4 seconds on the driver in front, he would have finished 4th and won the championship. And now he's coming out in P10. Yeah, he's going to be flying, but there's not much you can do now with 2 laps to go. I just find that strange now. But
unless other people crash.
Yeah, it's very strange. Yeah, you had a better chance of gaining 4 seconds on a driver than coming in now, coming out in 10th. Yeah, you'll probably get fastest lap, but it's not gonna win you it's not gonna win you your championship. But
at least you'll get a reward for fastest lap.
I'd give up a fastest lap for second place in the championship, but sure. Liverpool still stuck behind Clement, so he really needs to get by if he wants P2 in this race. Legit, he needs to. He really needs to get by into turn 1 because he needs 3 seconds. Yeah, and that would be still tough because those softs now won't be at their optimal.
That bomb.
Oh no.
Playing it safe.
Yep.
For me, it looks like his revs are glitching. Like, it's always on full rev.
And who was this?
Liverpool fan.
Right. Sometimes that does happen.
Yeah.
It's not for me, but it does happen to certain people.
Yeah.
It could be a different person for you. Yeah. So 6 mag is flying up back through the field. Like, there's 2 laps to. If he wants to go back to P5 where he was, he needs to gain. Well, good 15 seconds or so to the Crew. But
so
yeah,
might lack vintage.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to lap to buy top 5, maybe top 6.
See, the issue with Bruce here, the Liverpool fan, is he has no errors anymore. So he's within the DRS zone and he's pushing to try to make the overtake, but he's losing that battery down the straight. But I'm gonna just stay on board here with, if my maths is correct, and especially now that 6 mag is in P8. Who's this?
Local fan doesn't need to use the battery. He's got DRS. That's enough.
But he didn't. It wasn't enough there down the straight when he was using it, and he had no battery. But he has a bit now. He's going to jump on board with the potential champion now in a moment for the last lap. Just want to double check if Liverpool is going to make the move into turn 1, which he does not. Yes.
Okay, so I'm spectating McLaren as Clement.
I am on board with the race leader, and again the current net champion, if the mathematics is correct, you know. So, which I think it is, because Six Mag's in P8, and he was 17 points behind the start of the race. Then it went to 20 when Six Mag got pole, and he needed if Sadistic was to win the race, Six Mag needed to finish 4th, which would mean that he would have finished on 22 points to Sadistic's 40, which would be 18 points. So that would have been the championship. But 5th, I think, is less. I think it's 18 points. I think it is. So Alphastone's Liverpool just swapped there. I don't know what happened there. Liverpool, did he make a mistake?
2 champions in USA in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, Sam was champion here as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, my teammate.
Yeah, Sam has done a really good job this year, on and off the track.
AlphaTauri's constructors.
In tier 3, is it? Right. Ferrari even tier 1 and 2 constructors. But here we go. Here is Sadistic King rounding the last corner. Since he took the lead in turn 1. Oh, I don't know if he meant to do that, but I do think that Sadistic is the tier 2 champion of season 4. Fantastic stuff. We'll have to let's see. We just need to let a few cars by, but it's looking good.
Crew Streamer comes over for 5th. Spectre 6th.
Sadistic is Weltmeister.
Owen goes up to 5th, just like I did.
Yeah, Sadistic. Yes, Six Mag finished P8. He did get the fast lap on the last lap of the race, but I will double check the points you get for 8, and I think it's about 10 points or so. I just want to do some quick maths here. Where are we going?
And Fan Corner Monster comes 12.
Yeah, P8 is 10 points, and P1 is 40 points. So if you do the calculations here, Six Mag got fastest lap and pole, which is 6 points, plus 10, which is 16. Sadistic got 40, so he outscored him by 24 points.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to check the table, the previous standings from before that race, which would have had, not that table. Where is... It's not there anymore. Did I not post it earlier on? I did post it earlier on. I couldn't find it. So it was 274 to 257, which is 14 plus 3, which is 17. So yeah, that maths, he outscored him by 24 points. He was 17 points down, so that would give him a 6-point lead at the championship. 7 point lead at the championship. So that would be champion for Sadistic. Let's get the top 3 into the party. So we'll just have a quick look at the standing. So yeah, Six Mag got fastest lap. We'll just get the boys into the party here. Just bear with us while I get you in. Here, where are they? Was Liverpool fan Clement? Is Clement? Oh, why isn't that popping up? Right, invite sent there to the roster there, the rostrum, top 3. If they will, yep, they were sent there, I think. Are they? Yeah, they were sent there. Yeah. So just wait for the lads to join. Oh, actually, Sadistic might not be able to join because he does have to go to work. So hopefully he can. We have Liverpool joining here.
How's it going, fellas?
How's it going? Very interesting race from yourself there, but I will go first because I know he has to go to work. And if our maths is correct, and obviously with penalties, barring any penalties or time penalties that could change results, we have our Tier 2 champion in Sadistic King.
How would you? I don't know.
We have which?
I don't think I've done enough.
You did. So you were 17 points behind going into the race. You got 40 points. Six man got 16 because he finished P8, which is 10 points. He got fastest lap and pole position, which is 6. So he scored 16 points. You scored 40. So you outscored him by 24 points, and you were 17 behind him. So that would give you a 7-point lead in the championship. So with the maths, and again, this is all depending on penalties that could, so we're saying provisional champion, taking all things into account. So yeah, congratulations. Hopefully things don't change it, but how do you feel about that? Glad you called into work now, I'm sure.
Yeah, taxi's turning up soon, so.
Yeah, but
it's coming at 4:15. So.
Yeah, and I have to say, like, over the last 5 or 6 races, looking at the table there, if you look at yourself there, you would take out the did not start there in Belgium. It was P4, P2, P1, P3, P1, P1. Can't argue with that. Fully deserved. And great stuff. I know you have to go. Was there anything else you wanted to add in before the end, before I move to P2?
Oh, mate, I'm good. I can stay at the team. My taxi doesn't turn up until 4:15, so we're good.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, alright. Well, congratulations, fantastic stuff. Clement, P2, no penalties again.
Yeah, P2. No.
Soft to hard strategy, the way you probably were planning, was it?
No, I was going to go for soft mediums. I was umming and ahhing about it, but I decided to stick with the soft hards, and then I thought about lap 8, depending on what my teammate did, which changed my strategy. So
right. Yeah. It is I didn't kind of know that soft medium could work, and I know, or medium soft, and I know Crew was going with that, but I think that the biggest killer with that is extending those mediums out, and you can see how he was struggling so much at the end of his stint, and you could see Sadistic came out, I think it was like 7 seconds behind, and within 2 laps he was already past him, you know what I mean? So yeah, you stopped lap 10 or 11, which, it was 18 laps, which, yeah. But I think the soft hard was the safest one. You don't want to be doing 2 stops, and I do think that I was looking at the soft medium guys, and I know the game kind of recommends that, but I actually kind of think
you, because you're showing the blue screen on the screen.
Alright, okay, I was getting you back in there, sorry. Yeah, so the soft medium obviously is the fastest tires, but I think that the mediums are just wear too much towards the end of their stints, and I think that the soft
fastest and the scariest.
Yeah. So that is Clement. So congratulations, Clement, P2, and again, I think you're into the championship there, but minus the P13 in Italy, but obviously you were fighting at the top there. Was a P5. It would have probably been another top 5 there. I think you were actually fighting for the net lead, taking penalties out, and then obviously P2, P4, P2. So obviously you finished the season very strongly there as well. And then it was really, really good. And then Liverpool fan, yourself and Crew seem to have just made a mess of Q2 there, both starting outside the top 10.
Yeah, I've come out too late to do my soft.
Yeah, and I did say in qualifying, even though your medium lap time was very, very good, it was 31.991, I think it was. It was a fantastic lap. But I even said that the deltas, what the guys were setting in Q1 on the soft, so I was like, I don't think that's safe. and it ended up not being safe. You know, you end up being 4 tenths off top 10 in the end. But yeah, it was still a great recovery drive. Yourself and crew were up in the top 6, top 7 there within the first couple of laps. So yeah, what did you think? I'm actually going to get 6 Mag in as well, or if someone can invite 6 Mag in to the party just to get his word on it as well, because I wanted to get the 4.
Too patient at the start. Like I was stuck behind Owen and Spec Drive for a few laps.
Yeah.
I was wondering if I was too patient, but I didn't want to take any risks.
Yeah, and I think as well with the tyre advantage, they would have the tyre advantage at the start, and you don't want to be. The way I look at it is, right, in 2 or 3, 4 laps time, these guys are start going to come back towards us. You'll be getting faster with being on the medium tyre. Their softs start going off, and you can see it then. After, like, say lap 6 or 7 is when you kind of got on and passed them, and then start to stretch out a bit from him there at that point. So yeah, really good, really good.
Did I get P3 in the championship, by the way?
No.
I did.
3 points.
Oh, that pole position.
Yeah, so I think it finished by quick calculations with sadistic 6 Mag crew Liverpool. But again, this is all before any reports or penalties change things.
Provisionally, my sums make it sadistic 297, 6 Mag 287, me 263, Liverpool 260.
See, 6 Mag got the fastest lap on the last lap, so he gets 16 points for the race, not 13. So he got pole and fastest lap. So
I didn't have the pole. I did the fastest lap. I didn't have the pole. So 290.
So he won by 7.
290. Yeah, won by 7.
Yeah. So yeah.
Congratulations, Jamie.
Yeah.
So nervous that entire race.
And it was so strange. I would like to ask 6 Mag.
Did you know, Bruce? Did you know, Bruce, you couldn't win it after he got pole?
Yeah, I do. I said it in the party.
Yeah, I mentioned it.
I didn't know if you were aware when you were racing. That was all.
Yeah, I did mention it after quali.
I got in the softs because I thought I need to get pole.
Yeah. So I mentioned it in commentary there after quali, because you were 41 behind him going into quali. He then got he got pole, which made it a 44-point gap with 43 remaining, because 40 for the win and 3 for the fastest lap. So yeah, that knocked yourself out of contention for that one.
The only thing that helped there for me was 6 Man got a really bad start.
He did, but even after that, his pace wasn't great. Like you jumped him, and I think Alpha Stones might have been, or TKD, one of those, jumped him too, and he was in P3. Yeah. But he started going back, like he was passed on track. I think he ended up being in P5 or 6 before his pit stop. Yeah. So I don't know what his pace in the race wasn't as good as it was in qualifying. Maybe he had a bit of damage.
As soon as I passed Alpha in turn 1, actually turn 2, because we were going into the races together and they pulled out. Right. I just knew that I had to go for it, because I knew that Crew and Bruce were starting on mediums.
Yeah. So it was a strange one from 6 Mag as well. When he was in P5, he was 7 seconds behind the driver in 4th, that I can't think, it might have been Alpha Stuns or something like that. He was 7.1 seconds behind him, but he had a 3-second advantage on penalties, so he was only 4 seconds behind him. And if he came 4th, he would have won the championship. But then he pit with 2 laps to go for a fresh set of softs.
But at that point, I was right on his rear end. I was reeling him in 2 seconds a lap on my fresh softs.
Yeah, I can see on the track map.
If 6 Mag hadn't pit when he did, I would have passed him that lap.
Yeah, but he put himself into P10 on the softs. You know, I'd rather try.
I still think that where it all filtered through, I think he would have still finished like P5 or P6. I think regardless, it wouldn't have mattered in the end.
Right. Yeah. It was still fantastic. It was fantastic to watch. It was fantastic to watch all season.
For me. I was on average rate the entire time.
I say you. Did you get any corner cuts at all in that race? Did you, Sadistic?
I got 2 warnings.
2 warnings.
A second one in lap 26, I think it was.
Right. Okay. And what about you, Clement? Do you have many?
I think I got the 1.
Right.
You got the 1.
If you'd, just so you know, Sadistic, if you'd have had that warning, if you'd have got the penalty, how close were you behind Clement?
I think it's 6 seconds.
Oh, alright, don't worry
Yeah.
about it then. Don't worry about it. If you'd finished, put it this way, Sadistic, if you'd have finished P2 in that race, instead of Clement, you'd have lost by a point.
Yeah. I knew going in it, I think that I thought Clayman was actually going to catch me at some point. Because I knew the mediums were going to go off. But the Delta just seemed to stay there.
Oh, Six Mag was in the party. I didn't realise he had joined.
I didn't actually
He's left.
join, no.
I didn't notice he joined. I do apologise, Six Mag, if you're listening. I didn't realise he had actually joined the party.
Maybe like lap 22 or something. I was saying to Bruce in the party. I was like, I think Clayman's got to catch me soon.
Right.
The
Yeah,
Delta
I
just
was
seemed
having
to
a
stay.
fight with Alpha, and I saw Bruce coming
Yeah, I
up.
seen you fight me Alpha.
Yeah.
That kind of helped me really.
I didn't know if Alpha was faster. I did mention that in the stream. I was like, these Mercedes, because Bruce obviously was on the soft tires and he was catching his like a good near second a lap or whatever. I'm like, if Alpha Stones is faster, he has 12 seconds of pens. Would Clement would it be easier just to let him go, because you're going to finish ahead of him anyways, and not be losing time battling him, and then allowing Bruce to catch you? You know what I mean? But in the end, it worked out.
I've got to go. Sorry, I'll see you later, fellas. Well done, mate. See you, well done on winning that.
Yeah.
Cheers, crew. I'll catch
See you later.
mate.
I've got to go. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Good. All good.
Okay,
Talk to you later. Talk to you later. But yeah, that's it. So, again, provisional champions are the champion is Sadistic King. Well done. Fantastic season overall. Fully deserved. Also, Ferrari are constructors. That was announced a few.
Yeah,
I know you weren't
how
racing the
got
Ferrari
the
today,
wrong
but see, we were going at 10 o'clock bang on, as I said, and you know, because obviously I knew your situation with time, and yourself and Spectro, they hadn't selected car, but I'm like, we're going at 10.
What I think I've done? I was sitting on the screen where you select the car, and I think I've just sat there thinking I've pressed it.
Yeah, because I was going at 10, we're going at 10, and I was like, well, and I could see the two lads.
I was sitting there in the Q1, and I was like, why man, I'm in car.
But yeah, no, it was brilliant to watch all season, and yeah, the points will go to Ferrari. I know you were driving a McLaren today, but yeah, they will go to the Ferrari points.
I think that was the constructors anyway. So
the constructors already won, yeah. So double world champions there now. So yeah, just thinking, Bruce has been a tier 2 champion. Now he's a constructors champion. I don't know if he's a 2-time constructors.
It was kind of weird, you know.
Which
Yeah, we were talking about this in the party. It's like FRL have won every
tier 2 of PLR, PRL, sorry, started. What was it? You didn't have a season 1, did you? It was only a season 2.
Yeah, we joined in season 2. So Jack won season 3, you won season 4, and Bruce won season 2.
And
Yeah.
all 3 of us were in a party together.
Yeah. Next season, actually, the way it's going to go is parties will be done with teammates, and that be it's part of what they have. So parties will be, you'll be in a party with your teammate is the way it'll probably be going next year. But
Yeah, I tend to sit in a party with a couple of people, so it doesn't really bother me usually.
yeah, I think at the moment the talks are we be in one party for qualifying, so we can make sure that we're not in each other's way. But there won't be any chatting. It's only going to be Ferrari on a flying lap, or you know what I mean, or are you on a flying lap, or are you on an out lap, you know. But it won't be any chit chat. It's literally only for anyone that's talking too much won't be allowed in them as such. It's just for communication, and then after qualifying before the race. What is it?
That's Jack doomed then.
Yeah. And then from qualifying to the race, then it will go to your teammate, and then you can obviously discuss.
Because you take your mic off when you're doing a lap. He wiped me out in Abu Dhabi.
But yeah. Are you all registered for next season then, lads? Yeah. Is all registered for next season?
Yeah, I'm registered.
Sadistic, are you registered for next season? I don't see your name there.
I ain't done it yet.
Yeah,
I keep forgetting.
sorted out. You'll be in tier 1 next year, so be a Monday.
By the time I get back for work in the morning, I can do it in the morning.
Yeah. The races are earlier next year, so it should be easier for you to if you're going to work at 12 midnight, like the races will be well over by then anyway. So
I don't even know what's going on with work now. The times keep
Where
changing.
that boost has to disappear into the American tiers.
no, B-Stas is in Europe. He lives in England, I think. But he races with the British flag anyway, so I assume he'd be in Britain. So yeah, and then if Borak is here as well, then we have instead of instead of having a Possassin in our league, we have 2 Possassin's in our league, or at least 2 Possassin's in our league. But yeah, I'm just going to end the stream, boys. Just 1 sec. So yeah, tier 2 is all said and done now. Sadistic is our season 4 champ. We still have our F2 race tomorrow, which the 2 contenders, Jackson and Kenneth, are on equal points going into the last round. So that will be definitely something to watch tomorrow. And then we have our tier 3 rounding out our season 4 on Friday. Championship is decided, but still definitely is going to be an interesting race. So I think that's in Britain. I might be wrong, or yeah, could be wrong. No, yeah, I think it is wrong. Anyways, yeah. So tier 3 finished Friday, and then yeah, we have really, we have a really interesting new next season coming along with the kind of the announcements we've said over the last while. So definitely something to keep an eye on. Thanks, lads.